Guys, my name is Ankush Gaurav and I welcome you to Con2 series. In this tutorial, we're gonna learn something called as internationalization and localization with the help of some of the concepts which you have already learned in the previous tutorials, like an interceptor concept, Spring message source, and some more. The process of creating or developing a web application in such a generic manner that it can handle or support more than one language is known as an internationalization process. In such a generic web application, when you add a new language support, you say you are localizing your web application for that language. Guys, this is a kind of very abstract definition I've given over here. Let me explain these terms in a detailed way with the help of a very simple requirement which I have in this demo application. So let's start. At present, this whole demo application is hardwired in English, means it's all in English language. Now what if 50% of visitors of this demo application want to view this web page in English and remaining 50% in French? So what I would do in such a situation? To tackle such a requirement, what I'd do, I would simply support French as well in this web application in addition to English. So whosoever wants to view this web page in English, I would show content of this web page in English, and whosoever wants to view this web page in French, for them I would show its content in French language. Now big question is, what tasks I need to perform to make this application support one more language, and that is French. Guys, most of the things we have already done in the previous tutorials to make this application support multiple languages. You remember we included a properties file with the name student_messages.properties in the previous tutorials after putting message source bean here in the Spring configuration file. Guys, this is the only concept or thing we would need to fulfill the specific requirement which we have in this demo. In just a couple of moments I would show you how. Guys, this is this JSP page for which we want to support French as well as English, means two languages. If you observe here in this JSP file, all labels are hardwired in English. So first task that I'm going to do here is I would put placeholders for all these labels one by one and put the corresponding values in this properties file, that is student_messages.properties. So let's start replacing all labels with the corresponding placeholders for this JSP file. For student's name label, I have here replaced it with label.studentName placeholder. Now let's put this placeholder's value here in this properties file as well. Cool. In the similar manner, let's replace other labels too with the corresponding placeholders. Guys, I've already done it just to save some time. So here I have replaced all labels with the corresponding placeholders. Now let's put these labels matching values in this properties file as well. Cool. So here I'm done with replacing all hardwired English labels with their corresponding placeholders and have put all matching placeholders values in this properties file. Now let's test it on the browser. Cool. After this change, server has sent me this response for this URL, but this time all these labels values are actually not coming from this JSP file straightforward, but are coming from this properties file. Yes, since this properties file is containing all key value pairs, which is supporting English language, so I'm gonna replace its name with the student messages _en.properties. Cool. Guys, after this change, now this application is able to support multiple languages for this JSP file. To support French language, all I need to do is include a new properties file in this folder, the way we added student messages _en for English. We need to add a properties file with the name student messages underscore fr.properties for French language, and that's it. So let me include a properties file here. Cool. Now let's copy all these placeholders here. Now we go to replace these placeholders English values with the matching French values. So just to save some time, I've already done it. Cool. So here I have replaced all English values with the matching French values. So now we have two properties file in this demo application, one student messages underscore en and other one student messages underscore fr. As after this change, now this application supports two languages, and that is French and English for this JSP file. Let's test this on the browser. Guys, every browser has a language preference setting feature provided in it. For example, in Chrome, a user can provide his preference about what language he prefers over other languages while viewing the web pages. For example, in Chrome, this setting has been provided here. Go to settings, and then go to languages and input settings. Here, if user has provided French as the preferred language over English, then the content of the web page would be shown in French. And if he has provided English as the preferred language over French, then the content of web page would be shown in English language. So in this tutorial, we learned how to support multiple languages in a Spring MVC web application for any JSP file. In the next tutorial, we can learn some more advanced features related to internationalization and localization. Guys, a big thank you for learning Spring MVC with me. If you have any feedback or comments, please provide them below the video or send me an email on this email ID for all of your queries. Please hit the like button if you really like this video, and don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel Gone to Series, and I'm gonna catch you in the next part of this tutorial.